comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the
What's going on? Good morning. How are you doing? It's July 11th, Thursday. I'm excited. We got Jomboy and Jake radio. All the sports in the world from yesterday were played, so we're going to talk about all of them. Jake's coming to New York tomorrow, but he's in Denver today, and then we're going to do some weird news at the end of the show. All right. Jake, how are you? I had a tour guide once, Katie and I, and I'm jumping straight into a story. Katie and I and Brad and Peyton, who you know, went on a tour of the Winchestertonville, whatever house, murder house. And the tour guide talked how I was just talking every sentence. And in this room, there were 4 windows and no walls. And then in the next room, there's this staircase, which leads to absolutely nothing. And me and Peyton couldn't stop like laughing in this dude's face. I was in the back of the crowd and I started like talking like him, class clown stuff. It was ridiculous. I almost wanted to write the review. Katie, remember that? What? Remember that guy who did the tour at Winchester House and he talked like this? It was like a Bill Hader skit.
He's a performer, man.
Yeah.
Put on a show.
This room
are you. That's why it just works so well for you.
It's so annoying.
It's good.
Winchester Mystery House. That's what I meant. I always say Winchester, and then I jump to Mr. Deeds, and it's like Winchestertonville land.
Chestertonville, Deeds land.
How you doing, man?
All right. Hi. I'm good. Got a not the travel fear yet. You're right. This we talked about this before, but this East Coast trip kind of snuck up. Got our first Talking Yanks event next week. Taking the old red eye, the old Story Alley special, they call that nowadays. So getting ready for that. Otherwise, I'm all right, man. I think the 4-day 4th of July weekend didn't help, but I mean my July is just going to be missing.
Well, it's the London trip into the weird July 4th during games into this all-star break, like our routine, and now you're coming out here for a week. And I've
had 2 guests before that.
Yeah, so yeah, your July is you don't have a normal July at all.
So yeah, I'm just realizing that because I mean I fly out tonight. I'll be gone for close to a week and a half. And then July. So then it'll be crazy because it's August. You get excited for football. Couple dog days in August, but then once September hits, I mean that's it. Like summer ended. So
don't get me excited about September.
No, you're not there yet. You're still enjoying the Lavalette summer. You're not that excited for fall yet. I know it's your favorite.
You say fall, I'm excited. No, I've been daydreaming about it, man. I love it. I got my summer.
You're not there yet.
So you come tomorrow. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm planning our week out loud. You come tomorrow.
Yeah.
We go to the Yankees game tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Saturday, you're here. Sunday, you're here. What time of the Yankee game? Saturday and Sunday. Man, what are we going to do?
Definitely games.
Okay, so Friday's night. Oh, they're both day games. Fuck, that blows. Saturday's a day game. So Saturday night, we got to go do something, man. Got to go to the walk and play we got to do like a contest for content. JJR, maybe go play mini golf, go play the boardwalk games, throw some balls at some cat heads. We crushed that last time. No, we'll have some fun. And then Sunday we have a day game and a podcast and a lot. We do a lot on Sundays. Then Monday, man, you're here for a while.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
Good.
Good. Should we tell the JJR crew that we will no longer be doing shows on Monday and Friday?
Probably.
Yeah. JJR, we appreciate everyone that's listening. This is episode, Luke, do you know what episode this is? This is episode like 200. Did we get to 200?
Gotta be close.
175. We are on
200 on the nose.
200. Episode 175. It's been Monday through Friday since October. It's been a lot of fun. Jake and I are starting a talking baseball podcast that will take up our Monday through Friday morning time slot now. So JJR is going to go to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just 3 days a week until the end of baseball season. And then I don't know. I don't know if we go back to 5. I don't know if baseball stays. Like I have no idea the plans there. I'm not going to promise anything, but it will be 3 days a week. If you miss us on Mondays and Fridays and you like baseball, you can listen to the new show, Talking Baseball. If you don't like baseball, you can go catch up on laughs from the past episodes or any of our other shows. So that is new news for you. Thank you to everyone that's been listening every single day. Hopefully you still listen every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We appreciate that. The numbers have been climbing on the podcast app and with the YouTube crowd. We've been getting more. So it's been fun. Been fucking crazy, Jake. We've only almost done 200 episodes of this.
Been had fun.
Been had snacks. How was your day yesterday? You want to tell us about it?
My day yesterday. Yesterday was like my try to breathe for a day because I dropped a fake father-in-law at the train station. And then there was kind of no deportes. I ended up getting catching up on some emails, some potential leads. Got the first workout in a while, and then it was nighttime, and it was like, okay, what to do? You and I both had the what to do bug. I did my normal Twitter Q&A, had some good Yankees conversations, helps me kind of flush out some of my own thoughts, so I like doing that. And I watched a little bit of the ESPYs because I was like, should I watch a little bit of the ESPYs? And then I wasn't really into that. And then I think that was it. I mean, it was a weird, kind of a lull day. It's like, give us sports. Like, what's happening? Like I don't know. Like, I have a little bit of conspiracy theory, like holidays, like a lot of holidays were planned. Thanksgiving and Christmas are spaced equally apart in the winter. I think there's some convenience there because people needed holidays to get through the winter. Sports, I think, is kind of the same way. Sports is an outlet for a lot of people, and they go from baseball to football to basketball, or however you spin it. Some hockey fans, you got golf people, tennis, Wimbledon going on right now, and it's just like the sports god just left this hole, and it's like, come on, guys, like move the hot dog eating contest to the day after the All-Star game or something. Like, give me some events. The world is always looking for places for 2 events. I've got them. Day before, well, not even before, because you got the home run derby. The day after the All-Star game, we need a premier sporting event of some sort. And the ESPYs doesn't cut it. That's not a sporting event. That's the opposite of sports.
Tracy Morgan was hosting. You had no interest?
I watched Tracy's intro. He got roasted on the internet, but I thought it was good. I mean, it was just how the internet works nowadays.
It's so much easier to hate than like, but I didn't watch a second of the ESPYs because I don't care.
There you go.
Yeah. That was my Chris D'Elia impression. Luke had me listen to a Chris D'Elia podcast or interview.
Like a tour guide again.
Yeah. But Chris D'Elia does all those voices a lot.
D'Elia's kind of worn off on me, man.
Well, Luke said it best. His own podcast, and I don't like his stand-up anymore. His podcast has funny tangents, but he was a guest on this other podcast, and he knows them really well, so he's just really rude to them, and it's pretty funny. One point, the guy asked him a question. This was Luke's favorite part. Guy asked him a question, and he starts answering it, and then the guy starts talking over him, and he just looks at him and goes, "Oops." You asked me a question. And now you're talking over me. It's pretty good.
Bad hosting. Yeah. Maybe better guest than host. I don't know. His stand-up seems like he always puts the emphasis on the wrong things. And like, I feel part of his shtick is like not being a hot boy. And now he totally tries to be a hot boy. Like, I feel like he used to make fun of people that would wear like slick clothes and try to have like the Hollywood look and stuff. And now he like tries so hard to do that. And yet he's still trying to talk in this like, I'm kind of a funny looking, quirky dude. Yet there he is in like one of those like weird t-shirts that has the neck cut off real round, and he's got like skinny jeans, and he's not like being ironic or making fun of himself.
No,
like,
he was
trying to be a hot boy.
He was making fun of the other host for saying, what did he say? He said, "Yo, why are you dressed so regular?"
Yeah. Him and Luke, both hot boys.
So what's your score for your yesterday?
My day yesterday, I got the workout in, 6 on the nose.
Nice. Happy for you. Dude, my yesterday was different. Luke and I went and played disc golf. Luke beat me. Luke played really well. He shot par. Well,
Luke crushed you.
We did 2 throws. We're not good enough to just straight up play. So we did 2 throws besides putts, which is, we were going to do it just for the first 9 as a warm up. And then we got to the back 9 and we're like, we're not good enough to just play straight up. It wouldn't be fun.
Wait, say that again? 2 throws besides putts? 2 mulligans?
Every throw we threw 2 discs, and we chose our best disc.
Oh, wow. So double mully, basically. Okay.
Yeah, but not even mulligan, because you get to choose the best of the 2.
Right.
Yeah, it's just more fun. Like, I understand that's shitty and we're bad, but more fun doing it that way than the other way. So we kept doing that. But I didn't take advantage of any of the par 3s. So that was my fault, where Luke got 4 birdies.
Did anybody have good first throws to the point that they were like, I don't have to throw a second one?
Luke, did you have any birdies that the second throw was a gimme? I think he had one that was close, but he still had to shoot it.
You still threw it anyways. Okay, just curiosity and cats, you know?
He threw this one, Jake.
Almost all of them. I didn't make any long putts.
He didn't. Well, yeah, but he's asking if you had a birdie where you didn't even have to make the putt. I don't think you had any.
No, I was just saying, like, even if it was like a par 5, if you just chucked it and you're like, I'm not going to throw it better than that, so you didn't throw your second one.
Oh, that's what you're asking. Yeah,
yes,
definitely had some of those, but still just throw your second, because then you try to net it.
Okay.
If you like land your first one safe, you're like, oh fuck, all right, let's go all out for it and try to put it in. Luke threw 1 disc. Is the weirdest thing, Jake. It skimmed the ground or hovered over the ground for about 100, no, not even 100 feet. Probably like 150 feet. Just like hovered over the ground, and it didn't make a noise.
Also like 10 seconds.
Like 10 seconds long. We were like jaw dropped. I mean, what the fuck just was that? I think it was an alien disc.
Science.
Yeah. Would you want to go play disc golf? Or I feel like you have no interest in it.
I kind of enjoy disc golf just because it's outside and it's half an activity. But yeah, I'm not a big thrower of the disc, more of a chaser of the dick.
Excuse me. Luke, write down 13 minutes, 40 seconds. Good soundbite.
Clear that up in post.
I'm more of a chaser of the dick.
Are you saying clear? Luke, write that down. 3 minutes. Jimmy said chaser of the dock.
All right. So then after disc golf, came home and there was like no sports to break down. I could have done some weird ones, which I think I'm going to do today. But we just worked on other stuff. Luke backloaded the new Last from the Past YouTube, the Jomboy and Jake Radio YouTube, which we were supposed to do this on there. I totally fucked that up. Totally blew that. If you listen to this and you enjoy Jomboy and Jake Radio, please go to Jomboy and Jake Radio YouTube channel. In the future, starting next week, we will only be streaming. We'll be streaming most days from there. We need people to go subscribe. We appreciate that. Anyway, my day was good, Jake. I used it wisely. I got a P.O. box. That was good. I'm going to go 6.2.
Nice. Yeah. You went live for the people?
Oh, that was wild. Did you see any of that?
Yeah.
Dude, I looked up at one point. So I was done with work, and I asked Katie, are you coming home? And she was like, no, I'm going to karaoke. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? So then I was like, well, no, everyone else is probably bored. So I go on this YouTube right here, and said, like, I'm bored. Let's talk. And I look up, and there's 550 people watching. It's fucking nuts. And then I talked for a full hour. Don't even know what I said. That was wild. That's cool, though. Maybe I'll start doing that like once every – I'm not going to lock in. I'm not going to lock in a date there.
Yeah, YouTube radio show.
Yeah. Someone said, why are you live at 10:30? We do this every morning. Every morning. Let's go to the sports. I'm so interested. I didn't read what you put on the list. I'm so interested to see what you have on the sports, Jake, because as far as I know, there was nothing on last night.
Well, Jim, when there's nothing on last night, sometimes you have to look in today. Wimbledon, the females, the ladies, hey, are playing. Simona Halep advances to the Wimbledon finals. Serena is playing now, Jim. Let me see if I could get a score update. Serena is winning. She won the first set against Bistrikova. So Serena, I'm going to assume she advances. If she doesn't, I guess I'm cursed, and I can live with that. Jim, the leading story on the worldwide leader of sports this morning was Josh Norman, the NFL cornerback, runs with the Bulls in Pamplona. Big story. NFL trying to get back in the cycle. Melvin Gordon, new contract or trade me. Sure, talking Chargers. Kelly Oubre, NBA. A lot of guys think he's bad at basketball. He went to the Suns and was good, but the Suns play bad basketball. He gets a 2-year contract to stay with them, $30 million. The golf teed off today, TPC Deer Run, Silvis, Illinois. Maybe golf should take over. They should start an event on that Wednesday or something, do something fun. I don't know. The sports world needs it. And then, Jim, Summer League action last night. The Knicks get their first dub, the most points scored in the Summer League this year. Titletown, potentially. The Mavericks beat Croatia. I'd say that's the other highlight. There's a lot of other games, but just whisper into someone's ear today walking down the street, the Mavericks beat Croatia.
The Mavericks beat Croatia. A lot of sports. I was wrong. Just the most sports. The most sports you can have. The most sports. I've got to be honest, Jake. Are there any of these that you want to dive into and spend time on? Or should we just...
Well, I'd say the thing that I missed is that Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal advanced again, which, again, was a copy and paste from the other day. But now 3 of the 4 of them are the 4 semifinalists, so they'll play tomorrow.
Who's the other guy?
Let's see. I'm gonna guess Raul. That might be offensive. He's Spanish, so maybe it's not. Roberto Bautistas Agut.
Ooh,
yeah.
Roberto Bautista Agut.
Agut. So yeah, RBA versus Joker, and then Nadal versus Federer. So that's actually kind of fun. Whenever any of those 3 play each other, it's like, all right, if you're going to watch tennis, you might as well do one of those. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Knicks dynasty is starting, so.
Yeah, I was all over it.
Seems important.
I was all over that one.
If you want to be ready for the next, 20 years of basketball.
Yeah, I can't believe the Yankees don't play today as well. Yesterday, I enjoyed it. I had my off day.
Well, maybe this is our topic, Jim, because this is part of the problem. Because you and I have been nonchalantly saying for the past week, like, make the All-Star break a week because these players get tired and exhausted. Here we are, a day and a quarter out after the All-Star game, itching for baseball and saying, I can't believe they're playing today.
No. I need all the teams playing right now.
There you go. So we our past stance for a week or so. Yeah, stretch out the All-Star break, fully going back on it.
The players, if I was the players' head, I'd want the break.
Right.
But as a fan, Give me games. I'm bored. There's one game today, right?
There is one game today. The Houston plays Texas on ESPN, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, I guess there was kind of some baseball news. Jim Bouton, ex-Yankee player, he died. He wrote a famous baseball book, Ball 4.
All four.
All
about the Oakland A's closer from 2011 to 2012.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
The White Sox are going pole to pole with Nets at their stadium, so that's the start of something that just will happen. And we had the robot umpire debut, Jim. Your guy.
That guinea pig league is so fun.
Yeah.
They're debuting. People are mad about it. Like, what do you care? Like, they're going to throw every idea out there, and some will suck from the jump, and then they won't make it. And we get to confirm it's a bad idea. I don't understand why people are mad about this. The new rule that they're trying out in the – what's the league called? Atlantic League?
The Atlantic League.
So the MLB partnered up with the Atlantic League, an independent league. So we get to test all our weird rules out in your league, and in exchange, we'll streamline scouts from your thing and try to get players into the MLB so players will want to play for you. And the new one that they're trying out tons of stuff. And the new one they announced for the back end of this is that you can steal first base on a pass ball or wild pitch, which is so stupid. Just so against what baseball is and should be. Like trying to take the sloppiness out, not more sloppiness. But anyway, I love it, man. Go test that out. Sure, knock your socks off. It's probably gonna suck, and then we know for sure. Okay, that idea sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I like? You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if anyone else has ever these thoughts. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I could just experience a huge car wreck, knowing I'm gonna be completely safe.
Right.
But like, what does that feel like? My sister did it.
A roller coaster.
My sister flipped her car on the highway in Connecticut. And I'm like, what did that feel like? I was so curious. Like, but I would never want to do it. The MLB now gets to practice all their car wrecks. Like, what would baseball look like?
Horrible comparison, to be completely honest with
What would baseball look like if we did the dumbest rules? Now we get to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're a couple breakdowns away from getting an at-bat in this Atlantic League, to be completely honest.
Think so? I don't want a bunt over there.
Break it down. Yeah. Would you try to bunt lefty?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's a huge mistake on your end.
I've never bunted lefty day in my life. Why would I try it when I'm going to finally make it to the Atlantic League?
That's your best chance of getting on base. It's just like bunting from the right side. It's the same exact thing.
No, I've never done it, but I've never done it before. I'd have to practice a couple times first.
Try it once. That would be your best chance.
Totally takes the fear away from my slash hit where I pull back and then I just rope one at the third baseman's face.
There's
mouthful of baseballs.
Zero
Takes it all
fear.
away. No, if I'm in the Atlantic League, I'm bunting, and then I'm running the first. I'm pulling a Brett Gardner head first slide, but immediately getting up and running the second.
Okay. So, well, you're not, because you've shredded both hammies. Because I know where your passion level's at, and the last time I've seen you try to kick in the burners full tilt, you've come away with hammy injuries.
Yeah, at the first, every adult league.
So if you think you're getting up after diving into first, where you probably hurt something there, and just running to second, no.
I'm going to spend a month at the Little League field just practicing my bunt.
You might Kirk Gibson it to second.
Yeah. It's going to be a new Atlantic League.
More memorable.
The new Atlantic League rule is if you successfully dive headfirst into first base, you get second. So I was really just a jog to take my extra base.
Right.
But yeah, when I played men's league softball, we played a lot, like maybe 2 years straight. We were always playing. First game of the season, pulled my hamstring first time running first. No matter how much I stretched and sprinted before, it's just like that game mode would come in where I'd run faster than in my warm-ups and I'd pull both my hamstrings.
That's exactly why I can't believe you're not planning on that at this point.
Luke, them just shit right there. Can you pick that up? Zim just falls out of his body, man. Like, I don't think
Should we
he
hit
meant.
the camera on it for those who are live?
I mean, I'm gonna have to pick up my
Some live dog pee.
computer. Let me see if I can do this.
Let's see, this is.
It's starting to smell, Luke. Can you see it?
See? I see a turd, bottom left. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the environment.
It's starting to smell a little.
This is when you see soccer players and it's at the end of the game and there's like 4 minutes of injury time and it's at 4.5 minutes and every time their team kicks the ball, they just turn the ref. Oh, come on. Well, ref, what do you do? 4.5 minutes. Blow the whistle.
Luke, can you get one of the sprays, the nature sprays underneath the sink? It smells.
If you could not cover the mic, we'd like to know about the sprays.
I just need some. It smells. All right, where
Throw
were
up
we?
on camera.
You know what Zim did? Zim realized the sports news sucked so bad.
You
And
aren't
that-
using likes. You throw up on camera right now.
You know that would be gross. Zimmer saved us. There's no sports news. We were talking about me pulling my hammies and
It'd be too loud.
Be too loud.
If you threw up, oh my God, loudest thrower upper you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's true. That's something
It's
I
true.
hold dear to my heart.
I know it. I synced it. I heard it.
Even when I try to be quiet, still not there.
That used to be like the morning rooster when we were going to college in New Britain.
Yeah.
6:30 a.m. on a Saturday. That'd be the wake up call.
Yeah.
Instead, just a loud barfing noise.
In the downstairs toilet.
Yeah, right below my bed, almost
Yeah.
directly below my bedroom.
Well, it was below the other bathroom, which was next to your bedroom.
Directly below my bed.
Not directly.
I'd say directly.
It was directly below the other toilet.
Directly below.
Loose use of direct. You remember? We've told this story on Jomboy Jake Radio, but it's so good. We threw fireworkers down our toilet in college. Jake did. Jake did. Well, while our friend was peeing firecracker in the toilet, it blew
This
up.
is a halftime
Water exploded
story.
back
Did you
up.
blow the whistle?
Sure, I'll blow the whistle.
It's a great story. I just can't have people confusing it with the sports story.
Yeah, of course. So Jake had a firework or firecracker, whatever you want to call it. Our friend was peeing. Jake threw the firecracker in the toilet as he was peeing. It like plopped, like poof, and the water splashed back up in his face. He was like, "Whoa!" But then Jake and the kid were laughing so much that they called the rest of the house. They're like, "Come watch this! Come watch this!"
Yeah.
Did it again, blew up again, and then the next time we went to our basement, we saw that Jake they had blown the pipe apart. That went so it created a waterfall in our basement.
It looked like someone had thrown a firework in the toilet. And it's one of those things, again, I think this is the better comparison to our test baseball league, the Atlantic League. You know, I was just curious what would happen. I genuinely had no idea. 22-year-old me had no idea what would happen if I tossed a little firecracker in the toilet. A little bit of an explosion. It was enjoyable. I want everyone else to enjoy it with me. And then, I think a pipe didn't break. What happened was the toilet like got disconnected from the pipe. And so we called our landlord like later that week. And we were like, "Hey, looks like something's wrong with our toilet."
I was the only one home because everyone else was at work. And when you flush the toilet in the basement, it created a waterfall. So we had fun. Like, hey, go stand over there real quick. We're ready to flush, and then they got soaked. We did that like once or twice to someone. Guy calls up, picture Jersey Shore, just the most Guido guys. Our landlord's buddy. Whoa, what happened? I'm like,
We just
I
played
don't know.
dumb. We just said,
I don't know, man.
toilet's not. Something seems wrong with the toilet.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Fucking pipes are bursting everywhere. Yeah, it must be old. All right, I'll switch it out, and just gave us a new toilet.
Yeah, just a new toilet.
And then another time I flushed a bar of soap down the toilet just to see what would happen. It clogged it. Guy had to come snake it. He was like, "Yo, did you guys flush a bar of soap down the toilet?" was clogging it, and we're like, oh fuck, who did that? I don't know how that. Maybe someone shit it out.
Fell in, yeah.
I don't know how that could have got there. Anyway,
That's when living in squalor is a good thing.
yeah, we lived in pretty squalor. Right? I think back of it now, and I'm like, oh, gross.
Mm.
All right, let's go to the news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Kids vandalized their school after hours, Jake. They wore masks. They were smart, but they did bring their phones with them, which automatically connect to the school Wi-Fi using their student ID. They were all identified and got in trouble. A man wearing underwear, that could describe everyone. I'm guessing they mean a man in only underwear. Okay. A man in only underwear was arrested at an animal shelter after fighting invisible nemesi. A Florida woman was accused of urinating in shop's ice cream maker, taking the Bluebell Challenge a little too far. A driver accused of using a 30 rack. A driver was accused of using a 30 rack as a booster seat for their 2-year-old in the car. Don't see the problem there. 2-year-old just wants a better view. KFC in Russia launches finger-licking good bucket hats. Not sure why I put this on the list. An American was gored during the running of the bulls. He was trying to get a selfie with him in a bull. Bull gored him. Tough to be dumb. Country singer Jo Dee Messina says a visit from Jesus on her porch changed her life. I can only imagine. That sounds life-changing. And police are seeking out a scantily clad man who took a bulldozer on a joyride.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Happy birthday to Nate Forney.
HBDNF.
Someone asked, what's a 30 rack? Guessing they're young?
Call them different things across the country.
Oh, yeah. On the West Coast, they don't say 30 rack. 30 pack?
30 pack? 30
pack?
beers in a 30 beers.
Box.
Case. A lot of people say case.
Yeah, case. That's true.
Case.
But I always think of case as an 18 pack. Yeah,
it's got a handle. It's technically a case, right?
Yeah. What story do you want to talk about?
Well, Jim. That's when I do NASCAR stuff. That's my NASCAR voice. If I'm using my NASCAR voice, country singer Jo Dee Messina, visit from Jesus. Need to hang out on that back porch.
Oh, you think it was a back porch?
Ooh, interesting. I did make a dangerous assumption. I would assume that because if it was her front porch, then Jesus is kind of visiting the neighborhood, you know?
Yeah. I always think of porches as front and decks as in the back.
Ooh. Yeah, kind of all in the same bucket for me. I'm in the article. Feels like this is a way to try to sell albums initially. I just care if it right now. I just care if it's back or front.
Front porch. I'll read her quote. If you've walked my life in the last 5 years, it has not been a typical life. Not a lot of it goes out in press, which is great because a lot of it's painful and a lot of it's hurtful and a lot of it's scary. About 5 years ago, Jesus Christ walked onto my front porch and argued with me all day long. As real as I'm sitting in this seat, Jesus came to my front porch and he's like, she's mine.
Where are you seeing these quotes?
In the article that I clicked.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
She was at an all-time low. I was trying to sustain a career. What voice do you think it better suits her?
Jo Dee.
I was trying to sustain a career. I had a lifestyle and a family. I don't care. Do we care about this? Jesus came to her front porch and argued with her all day and then said she was
homegirl selling albums.
Do you want to listen to one of her songs?
Oh, totally not.
Oh, yeah, I don't either. But congrats. In her head, Jesus visited her, and that's an exciting thing.
Yeah, I think you and I are too far on the same boat on this, but I think if you're willing to drop a Jesus visited you, I think you need to like do something at the church. Like you can't just get away with that. Like Jody Messina, you can't just be like, "Oh yeah, Jesus visited me. We had it out. It was who? Jesus really gave it to me." Well, then if you're willing to say that on a platform that might sell you more albums or something like that, I think you need to like either volunteer at the church for a while. Like there needs to be a Jesus visit me tax.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't just drop it. Like you got to believe in it.
Carrie Underwood was begging for Jesus to take the wheel. Remember that?
I know. I would be too. That self-driving car, that's kind of my dream. That's how Uber started.
It's just the name for Butler.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, he goes by Jesus, so don't be rude about it.
Sells more albums, though.
This
Jesus Takes the Wheel did not sell well.
This guy, I don't know if this guy died in the running of the bulls. I was trying to take a selfie with the bull. If he did, I don't like this story. I don't really care for the death stories, but if he just got hurt, that's pretty fun. Because what an idiot!
I'm gonna assume he's alive because I think it would say I think they'd say dies. I just think if you can get the word gored in an article or a headline, you do it because that's a one and done thing.
Yeah, he's laying in a hospital bed on the phone.
Gored is just getting stabbed by an animal.
I love Americans and America, Jake. Big patriot, right?
Santa Clara County, Cali.
I think the biggest time I root against Americans is the running of the bulls.
Ooh.
Like that's their thing. Let them do that.
Right.
We don't need to insert ourselves into their thing and then be the dumb Americans who try to take selfies and get hurt. Like you're making us look bad. Let them run with the bulls. If you want to go over there, watch it. But don't run with the bulls. That's the only time I'm like, you're fucking this up, America.
Well, it happens in Spain. So are you rooting for humans or non-Americans or just the bull or what?
I think the Spanish should run with the bulls. Americans shouldn't go to Spain and run with the bulls. Or are you
rooting for Spanish people?
Yes. Well,
so no. The Spanish people versus the bulls, who are you rooting for? Because those are clear sides.
I'm rooting for bulls to do harm but not kill or hurt forever. Like I like the bulls getting their wins every now and then, but I don't want them to kill anyone.
But you want them, when they are getting their wins, do you want it to be Spanish people or no?
I guess I root for the bulls a good amount.
It seems like you're rooting for the bulls, and that's fine.
I want like the winner.
The American Spanish thing kind of got weird on me.
Why?
I think people come from all over the world to do this now.
Don't let Americans do it. You make us look bad. You always fuck up. You get hurt. Always in the headlines.
I think people from all over get hurt. We just get the American headlines here because we happen to live in America.
This guy was taking a selfie, and he's from Santa Clara County, California.
I mean, a lot of hot button words in a title too, Jim. I mean, that's part of our job here.
Boo this guy.
You put gourd in selfie in a headline. I mean, that's we're talking about it now. That's how it got to us. If it was just like Santa Clara man gets hit during running of the bulls, we're not talking about it. You add selfie and gourd, here we are.
Yeah, I want to make sure that it was a selfie, but now this website that I'm trying to read has an auto playing ad in my ear, which go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and I couldn't even find where it was playing. That was tough.
2 other Americans have been injured so far this year. Video footage showed how a bull approached Aaron Frolicker of Florence, Kentucky, from the back, tossed him into the air, and gored him in the left thigh. Authorities said the 23-year-old remained hospitalized Monday. Monday's bull run, lasting 2 minutes and 23 seconds, yielded less serious injuries despite the fierceness traditionally attributed to the bulls from Cabeda Gaga Ranch, which supplied the second day's pack. 3 Spanish runners, including a 19-year-old woman, a 48-year-old American, were bruised and treated at hospitals. Another man was stabbed in the back with the bull's horn and treated on the spot. Looks like we got like a handful of injuries and a good amount of Americans in there.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think we got all. I mean, we got three Spanish at the end there, and maybe a couple more. It's on the bucket list. I mean, we got 3 Americans, 3 Spanish right here.
Yeah, that sentence is weird. Like this, it says 3 Spanish runners, including a 19-year-old woman and a 48-year-old American citizen. Well, how is the 48-year-old American citizen included in the 3 Spanish runners?
Seems like a weird that might. And I'm not saying you have to reach out, Jim, but you're right.
Should I tweet
Probably
it?
a Spanish American citizen, something like that. It's like Luke.
2 different people wrote this article. Hey, whatever happened to the guy I tweeted at yesterday?
Dude, I'm telling you, it was 5%, I think I put it at. Like, that guy wasn't talking to you.
No. What did I even ask him about?
No idea.
Yeah, me neither. Trying to go through my tweets right now to find it. Was it yesterday that I did this?
I believe so.
Nah, I think it was 2 days ago. What's your favorite type of rain now that I'm going through Twitter? You had a really good answer to that.
Yeah, I know.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're too cocky about your answer about rain.
I know your rain parameters. That was a layup. You got to know who's asking the question. That's
It's not your honest favorite type of rain. You were just playing to your audience.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that'd crush you. I know that's one of your favorites. So I dropped the nuke, and it was either that or it was going to be like crazy loud rain that you could listen to on your roof, and I knew either was a win. I decided this time of year you go with rain while you're in the pool. And yeah, that's a little FYI to the people. Know your audience. Know your audience.
Yeah, well, Henry Bodkin, I asked if the parrot would have a dance-off with you. He didn't answer.
No.
Because he is a jerk face. Answer your fans, Henry. Henri. Do you want to talk about any of the other stories?
We can.
High school kids went and vandalized their school. They wore masks, but they brought their phones with them, which attached to the school Wi-Fi, which linked to their student ID. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought about that if I was a high school kid.
Oh no! And this is a classic case of when you're young, you're dumb.
So dumb.
They thought they had every P and Q. They dotted their T's. They crossed their I's. And I love that it didn't even cross their minds to leave your cell phones. Like, oh, let's all meet at Mike's at 8 and don't bring your cell phones because they can track those. Like, not even the Wi-Fi part.
Yeah. That's actually that's.
They brought masks. They had a whole plan, and cell phones never crossed their mind. And that's just being young and dumb.
Yeah, bring in your phones. Like, if you want to commit a crime anywhere, you can't bring any piece of technology with you.
No.
Talk to what's the guy's name? Fuck, it would have been so much better if I knew his name and I could just say it clearly. Serial.
Adnan,
yeah. Adnan.
No.
Talk there. Cell phone pinging all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is
Andy killed her. That was his biggest issue.
You think he did it?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Holy.
He was involved.
Yeah, he's definitely involved.
Yeah.
Definitely involved. This driver had their little kid, 2-year-old, sit on a 30 rack so they could have a booster seat instead of a real booster seat. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, this was 1920.
Jim.
Yeah.
We have a problem.
Okay, interested. Love problems.
This is marketing.
For what, the beer? That's not
Jimmy,
a 30 rack.
Jimmy, click on the article. A, not a 30 rack.
There's not 30 beers in that.
It's you can see the 24 on it. B, they've pixelated and blocked out what beer it is. But I think anyone who has seen a beer can could tell you what beer that is.
Oh, I think it's Labatt Blue.
It's Bud Light.
I don't know, man. We're in Canada. I think it's Labatt Blue.
That's just your Canada kicking in. If I told you to look at this and you didn't know the story took place in Canada, easy.
Yeah, but there's definitely Labatt Blue.
Bud Light.
I'll send it to you. Like Labatt Blue is the Bud Light of Canada.
I mean, they have Bud Light in Canada too. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's not as popular.
That's why they're marketing.
It's good marketing. 2-year-old unharmed. In the front seat, too. I don't know. Pretty stupid. Seems just pretty stupid.
Sorry.
You are sorry?
I'm sorry you think it's stupid. I'm sorry it has that effect on you.
It is stupid.
Yes. Labatt Blue has colors all over the box. This is just blue and white. That's Bud Light.
I don't know. Those Canadians, man. You like Labatt Blue beer?
It's beer. I mean, it's not really, but like I'll have no problem drinking it.
Same. Except I don't really drink beer anymore. But yeah, same. KFC is launching a finger-licking good bucket hat. I don't know why this is news. Actually, you know what? I'm interested because I don't even know what this means. They're just selling hats now? Oh.
Maybe it's a bucket and then it's a hat afterwards.
It's a bucket hat. They're just
a bucket hat.
Selling bucket hats that look like they're buckets of chicken. They're like 30 years too late on this. Why haven't they been selling bucket hats forever?
Someone's eyes lit up at a meeting. The bucket hat is available for 1,800 rubles. So, where are we? Russia.
This was like an intern. Have you guys ever sold bucket hats that look like the chicken's buckets? And then everyone that was in the meeting shamed that person. And then that person left to go get sandwiches. And they're like, why the fuck haven't we done this?
And I mean, if you're KFC, like get one celebrity or get a band, get Migos to rock these in a music video. You now have free advertising everywhere on people's heads across the country.
Why don't we get you to rock it?
Will.
Do you still have your Talking Yanks bucket hat?
I do. I think it's buried. I have like a hat cubby. Such a girlfriend move. She made like a hat cubby, but it's a place I would never go to look for hats.
Every time, if I leave my shoes somewhere, Katie doesn't like them. She puts them in my closet with all my shoes, which is the last place I look for my shoes because I know that I would never, ever put my shoes there.
Right.
Like I put my shoes at the foot of my bed or at the foot of the stairs. That's where I put them. So when they're not either place, I'm like, where the fuck are they? And they're like, oh, Katie probably put them where she puts all my shoes, which is just never on my mind. And so I get what you're saying about this hat thing.
Yeah. We've done the shoe thing over here, but she is just like, it's just shoes being out, but she keeps her shoes out. So she just has a problem with me keeping my shoes out. And I was like, you're very competent to know that that's not fair. And then she's like, well, yes, but I still don't want your shoes to be out. And I'm like, well, that's tough. That's really tough. You have to understand that.
Katie puts all my shoes upstairs, and we don't have grass here. We have rocks. So the driveway's rocks. So at one point I said, Katie, I like to leave a pair down here that I can just slip on and walk outside easily. And that clicked in her head. And she was like, oh, okay. All right. I'll leave a pair down here. So
Nice.
Yeah. All the younger people listening, these are the things you fight for.
Yeah.
You start living with your girlfriend.
That's how it happens.
For real. You will get into a stop putting my shoes away discussion. It's good times. It's really fun. It's a ton of fun. Because I don't even really like lean up thrown about. Like I said, I tuck them under the bed or I put them by the stairs.
Right.
But that's not where she wants them.
No.
Upstairs in the closet that I never, ever look on. Police seek scantily clad man who took a bulldozer on a joyride.
Same.
You're looking for him too?
Yeah.
Wow. How's the search going?
If I see him, I will let you know, Fuzz.
We haven't had any truly fucked up stories in a while, but this reminded me of that one where I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
I saw there's so many memes out there now. Oh, Jakey memes. Here it is. I don't know. It's just overwhelming. My Instagram is a bad mix of memes and like Australian supermodels, and then a couple of my friends. But so I'm pretty immune to memes. It's tough to get a laugh out of me. I think there was a meme the other day. It got me really good. And it's like, if you're having a bad day, remember that there's people that live in Ohio. I was like, wow, that was top rope, man.
Do you want to say that to Luke?
Yeah. Well, he
Luke.
doesn't live in Ohio.
Boy,
He parties in Ohio for 7 months.
well, he'll have some thoughts about it.
That's very different.
Jake doesn't laugh at a lot of memes. He came across a meme that made him chuckle, and it was, if you're ever having a bad day, remember that there's people that live in Ohio. Do you have any thoughts on that as someone who goes to college in Ohio? All your friends are Ohioans?
Going to college in Ohio is different than living in Ohio.
That's what Jake said.
Growing up there.
But do you think that you would never want to live in Ohio? Because we have a friend who went to high school with us who went to college in Ohio, and she stayed there forever.
No, I say I go there for 4 years because I know I'll never be there again.
Luke agrees with the meme. He never wants to go there ever again. He said the whole place stinks like shit and the people suck.
I didn't hear him say that. It's great. We could pick up some of the volume, and we didn't hear any of those words.
I was interpreting his body language.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty rude.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of that.
I spent a fun night in Cleveland once. I saw Prince Fielder hit a grand slam.
Pretty cool.
You know what that is, Jake? All three people are on base, hits a home run, all four runners score.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Most runs you can score with one swing of the bat in the sport of baseball.
I had a really fun night in Cleveland once.
What you do?
I was in Cleveland for work, and I was all jazzed up. Never been to Cleveland, and I was like, I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of this. So I went to Cleveland. Indians were on the road. I was bummed about that because I was staying like right next to the Indian Stadium. But I'll say this: Cleveland has like 7 blocks between the baseball stadium to the football stadium.
Yeah, that's where I was.
That's really nice.
Outside bars, all that good stuff. Yeah,
it's perfect. Like that's if you're living in Cleveland, that's your option, to be honest. But anyways, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this right. And I was in a big. It was like my last hurrah on Facebook because it was cool when I was traveling so much. I would see if any of my buddies lived in the area, and I'd send them like a feeler before I traveled. So I'd be like, hey, going out to LA or Cleveland, wherever it was, and just be like, I'll meet up and have a beer with pretty much anyone, as the Talking Yanks faithful are about to find out. So I looked at it, and the only person that was in the area, or someone had tagged Cleveland recently, it was Garrett Schmidt. He was when I was class president, he was vice president. Different kind of cat, very silly, kind of like to do his own thing a little bit, wrestler, but not like hardo wrestler, kind of like weirdo, gonna whisper in your ear while he's wrestling you. Anyways, hadn't seen him. What was that?
Good move right there.
It's a good. Oh yeah, you are strong.
Yeah, you're really stretching me out right now.
You are firm in areas I didn't know. But I probably hadn't seen him in 5 years, and I told him, I was like, hey man, total shot in the dark. He was living in Western PA, which I didn't even know that's like close to Cleveland. I was like, hey, shot in the dark. If you're around and want to like hang out, I'm in Cleveland for the night. He's like, all right, on my way. He was bored as hell. He was doing some like athletics thing at a college in Eastern PA, and he was bored out of his mind. So he's like, all right, I'll come through. We got crazy drunk, just obtusely drunk, and that was like the only time we've hung out in a decade.
Sounds like a good time.
It was a good time.
And it all happened in Cleveland.
All happened in Cleveland.
Did you see what Pete Alonso said? He said Cleveland's the greatest state ever because like his relatives are from there.
Love that.
Pete's from Florida. I think, was it Alonso? I don't know who said it.
Ooh.
Did you hear Alonso's interview when he was during the All-Star game?
During the game? I don't think so.
I had some people confirm it for me. Not a joke guy.
Not a humor guy.
humor is wasted on Pete Alonso. He's
all right.
like, it's fine. Yeah, some people are like that, but yeah, he doesn't have like, what would you say, like the gift of jab or like a little jib in him, like he's very serious. Very serious. Speaking of sports.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Jakey made a big mistake last night. Chose the Lakers over the Knicks in summer ball like some kind of dumb fucking idiot. Loses 2 in a row, 1-3 on the week. We're not doing a show on Friday. No show tomorrow. So this is Jake's chance to redeem himself. Go 500 on the week. Will he, can he, should he, will he, can he go 500, get the win on Thursday? Jake, what is your guess?
Dude, the other thing we missed in the national news, Bagel Guy.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad for that guy, to be honest.
The best.
Guy,
He's our leader. He's our muse.
yeah. I feel bad for that guy. I mean, the guy sucks. The guy
Man.
sucks. But
Tough. That is a life of pent up. It's tough.
like, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
That's a chicken or the egg. And, well, I don't know. Whatever is second, him being an asshole is second. And it's not excusable.
Right.
But that dude's lived a life of getting picked on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's coming to the surface. So I'm not excusing Bagel Man's actions. He's a fucking asshole who is being an asshole. But I guarantee high school, middle school, college, and every part of his life sucks because he's so short.
I mean, we've gotten some short stuff the majority of our lives, but I mean, I'm 5'8", you're 5'3", and it is what it is. But I mean, that guy looked like he was coming in probably 5'1", 5'2", and that's kind of brutal as a guy. You almost like
five flat.
You kind of can't. You can't own that at a certain point, and it is brutal. I mean, that guy has gotten snickered at his whole life. He snapped at a bagel place, and now he's a joke.
My grandpa, my mom gets so mad when I tell her how tall her dad was.
Right.
Because she's like, no, he was 5'4", he was 5'5". My grandpa was 5'1". Like his government ID when he went to World War II says 5'1". I'm like, Mom, like this isn't wrong. Jake, we gotta pop your collar rest of the show request. Just do it. Don't even think about it. He just did it. You guys couldn't see because the screen's on me. Anyway, yeah, Bagel Guy, tough break. But go to bed. Let's go back to bet of the day. Hey, Luke had an interesting proposal for you on some of these non-sports days.
Okay.
Luke wants to give you an over-under on the YouTube subscriber count and see if you can go, if you want to take a stab at that. If you wanted to incorporate a different kind of betting, Luke was offering a line.
And no, it's funny. I have a proposal to Luke. He doesn't talk ever again.
Sound good?
Okay. Luke, intern mute Luke. Tough. Jim, there's one baseball game tonight.
Yeah. Battle of Texas.
Your Houston Astros versus your Texas Strangers. Lance Lynn.
Alamo. Lance Lynn, 11 wins on the year. Having a
all-star snub of the century. Versus our guy, Framber Valdez.
Framber alert.
There's a Framber alert in Arlington tonight. Jim, I'm going to say this. All-star break. Framber alert. You and I will always have an image of Lance Lynn in our head we won't be able to fully shake. Awesome. This game's going over. The over-under's 10.5, which is big, but it's in Texas in the summer. I think Lance used a lot of smoke and mirrors this early half of the season. Framber's Framber. I think we're going to see some big runs tonight.
But Jake, what about the lull?
The All-Star lull. They're the only game tonight. All eyes on them. Big runs.
I got to look a little deeper into this matchup before I agree or disagree with you. So it's 10.5 is what the line is. Let me type this in. You're going home team.
Tejas.
That's okay. Two kind of band parks. What's that term?
Bandbox?
Bandbox, yeah. Couldn't think of it.
Bird box.
Sometimes it doesn't feel good to be dumb as shit. All right.
Hey, we mentioned the downfalls of living with a significant other. My significant other the other night doing some laundry, and all I heard from the other room was bird box, and I walked by and she'd put a sock over the dog's eyes and he couldn't see. So that was a good joke.
That was a good joke. All right. Lance Lynn versus Houston this year. 3 earned runs, 7 innings pitched. Pretty good record. Lance Lynn, he's been really good, Jake. I don't know what Framber's stats on here. It's kind of bullshit. Show me Framber's stats. Pretty bad name. Jake, I don't know. I think I want the under. I don't know why.
It's such a coin flip. It's either like the pitchers are there and the hitters are like, yeah, our timing's off from the All-Star break, or they just rake tonight and it's like double digits both teams.
Texas has everything to play for because Houston's a real deal team.
I haven't seen a bet of the day take its toll on you like this in a while.
Houston's a real deal team, right? They're in the playoffs. Texas, their season basically starts now. Like if they come out and lose the next 2 weeks, they're getting traded. Pence is gone. Yeah. Lance Lynn's gone. Everyone's getting traded by the end of July. They got 2 weeks to play and not get traded. And I don't know how that comes into the over-under.
How good of a sports phrase is the season starts now?
The season starts
I
now.
think I'm just going to start using that at the start of seasons.
Yeah, I like it's always good the Mitch Hedberg joke. Saw a boxing preview on HBO that said, it's going to be a fight to the finish. It's a good place to end. Anyway.
Jakey about to make a big
wow.
Depends if Lance Lynn wants to be traded or not. If he wants to be traded, he's going to lose on purpose. So the Rangers are out of it. If he wants to stay, he's going to stay. So you're taking the over. I'm taking the under. And I'm torn up about it. I'm real torn up about it. All right. Any sharp stats this week? That voicemail app said you guys were doing it. Yes. Rich George, we are doing sharp stats today, right? It'll be out tomorrow.
Sharp stats today, out tomorrow.
I have Blue Eyes and a lot of people, same guy. And Simple Man Radio is here, Jake, and he wants to know if we have a podcast, which we haven't been asked that the last 2 streams, which is my favorite question.
Do we?
13. When I was doing my live talk yesterday, I was like, we got so many shows.
Got a couple.
Pinhead shows. All right, let's go to that Beatles song everyone likes so much. The Beatles, play the Beatles.
Here comes the sun, I say.
See you guys. See ya. Well, we won't see you tomorrow. But Jake and I will be together tomorrow if you want to follow Talking Yanks Insta, Jake's Insta, my Insta, blah, 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 blah. Anywhere else we post that. Can you explain cricket? 2 teams play against each other, throw the ball at the wicket to try to score runs. See you tomorrow.